Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And if you have noticed over the past couple of videos, I was playing on my European Smurf trying to get it to Masters. And today, we did reach Masters playing Quinn Gwen. Now, this is a deck that started becoming really popular towards the end of the last patch, right? So about a week and a half ago or so. And I think it's actually still very, very good. So the idea with this deck is that you're kind of playing the whole Gwen package. You're playing Gwen, you're playing the triple foyer, you're obviously playing your hosts, your butlers, your prodigies, right? To try to get all those halo triggers in the graveyard. Now, with the Demacia, we get access to 2 scout units, Quinn and Grimfang Warden. In combination with the foyer, when you attack with the scout unit, you will get another Ghastly Band back, which again allows you to start stacking up those halo buffs. But then you also get access to cards like Cataclysm, right? And Cataclysm and the Relentless Pursuit are the MVPs of this deck, because both of them allows you to kind of push for lethal by either attacking with a scout unit on your opponent's defense turn, giving yourself the rally and giving yourself the foyer, or just straight up playing the rally, which gives yourselves a blocker. So it's like, if you have the foyer on the field and you play Relentless Pursuit on the opponent's attack turn, you automatically get a free blocker and still get the rally to be able to attack with your Gwen or with any of your other units. This deck is really, really solid, and it's like a pure mid-range deck that kind of does very well. I prefer Quinn over Bane. Obviously, Bane gives us access to the tumble, but I think the scout unit that you get from Quinn, the Valor, and Quinn herself, having 5 HP allows you to actually put a lot more pressure on the opponent otherwise. Now, a lot of people are not playing the Grimfang Warden. I think that's a mistake. This card is absolutely nuts, because with the Opulent Foyer or with any other amount of halo stack on the field, when you play this Grimfang Warden on your attack turn, it has barriers. So your first attack with him is going to get the halo buffs, whether it's 3, 4, whatever, and it's going to be like a 5 power unit with barrier. So even if the opponent tries to chump block it, that's okay, because you get to attack with him again. So the opponent has to commit 2 chump blockers not to take the full damage from the Grimfang Warden, and can be combined with stuff like Cataclysms and the rally again to kind of get for some fun stuff. This deck is really, really fun. The key part is getting the foyer. The earlier you get the Opulent Foyer and start stacking that up, the better and better it feels. And obviously, Gwen just gets to do Gwen shenanigan things eventually as you level her up and just get a lot of value from her. That's also why the Cataclysm is really good. It allows you to level up Gwen really, really quickly, which people might not be expecting. Aside from that, though, there's not a lot more to be said about this deck. Just hope you enjoy the games coming out soon and our journey to master. If you liked this video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. In this matchup, we're going against Lux Jayce. Shock Blast can be a little bit scary, right? Luckily, a lot of my units can be out of range of that Shock Blast value. I think I like the Prodigy, but I want to look for the Landmark. We don't get the Landmark. We get another Butler back. The Sharp Side could be interesting. If the opponent has their 1 drop here, that's kind of annoying. We could go Phantom Butler on 2, with Prodigy on 3, and Sharp Side as a backup if the opponent has a Mystic, so that we at least get the Ghastly Band on the field. The Warden is great if we had the Landmark. The opponent kept 3 cards. Oh my goodness. So they either have 3 champions. They have to have the 1 drop, right? Keeping 3 cards tells me you don't have the 1 drop and you kept 3 cards. Ha! I might just slam the Prodigy here and just open attack. Okay, opponent goes for the Mystic. That's fine. Because by doing that Mystic now, it does mean that they don't have access to a 6-cast spell next turn, which is very good for me, right? It kind of delays them. They go for the second Mystic. I'm going to punish you with the Sharp Side, and then I'm going to still get my value. So that's 2 Mystics out of the way. So that's what they kept in their hand. They kept the Mystics for the Redeemed Prodigies. The reason I opted for the Sharp Side instead of the Mark is because I feel like the Mark is going to be better off later. So we go here. Now the opponent could have access here to like a Shock Blast, so I don't want to play anything if the opponent passes back. Let's go for the Phantom Butler. The Warden doesn't really do much for us, like whatsoever, because we don't have the landmark. The opponent is taking a while to pick here. Next thing they're gonna have the full 8 mana.
I'm your man.
And then to go for the Butler. It is a fearsome unit that the opponent's gonna have to watch out for, because he's gonna get buffed up by the Hallow. The opponent already did double Mystic. They're gonna have 8 mana Netstone. Whoa, okay, so this is gonna be double. Do I block this, guys? I mean, one of them, one of my Valor is gonna eat up one of them. Right, so my Valor is gonna eat up one of them. I think I'm gonna block it, just so that the Queen doesn't get blocked by the Financier and doesn't get put in range of the Shock Blast, right? So we can go Quinn here. Opponent could have access to multiple things here. Shock Blast clears my whole board, except for the Quinn.
We can do this.
You're gonna just... Really? Huh. So we have 2 Hallowed Deaths. So if we go here... If we go here, we attack with Quinn. Opponent blocks with the Lux. Then we attack with the Protege. And if the opponent blocks the Protege, we punish him with with the Mark of the Isles. So if the opponent tries to block this guy, we just punish it with the Mark of the Isles. If they don't block either of them, they take 9. So this is forcing them to have to block with that Lux. It was also probably better to pull the Reggie. To pull the Lux, sorry, instead of the Reggie. They could have access here to level up the Lux and be able to kill my units. They're down to 4 HP. They're down to 4 HP, and we have the Scouts with Barrier. That's gonna be rough. Very, very rough.
Come on, people. Let's make tomorrow today.
I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. We have enough next turn to just open attack with the no. I guess we do. We have enough next turn to open attack with the Eternal Dancers. Then actually rally and play the Warden.
Coming through.
You're gonna get the mana anyways, right? If you're not gonna do anything, I'm gonna continue passing. I want you to do what you want to do. The other option is that we can just wait for the opponent to tap out and just play the Warden right now and rally and force the opponent to lose both the Lux and the 2/1. Because they're gonna have to block both. They're gonna have to block both triggers of the Warden. The best thing they can do is actually pass here. If they pass, they're still in a good position to be able to win. If it's a Shock Blast, then that play that I just talked about doesn't really work. Yeah, so that play that I talked about doesn't really work because the opponent can just go for the final spark to remove the barrier, right? So opponent could just decide not to press it. And how bad do I feel about that? I think I like the Eternal Dancers. Forcing the opponent to do this now. Yeah.
No more holding back.
Then actually play the... If I play the Warden, I'm kind of just straight up trolling against... Okay, now we can just play Gwen, right? Now we can just play Gwen. Against the Gwen, if the opponent kills the Gwen... If the opponent kills this Gwen, we're in a really bad spot. If the opponent kills the Gwen, I go for the Warden. But the Gwen is presenting lethal here, so they have to kill the Gwen. before my rally can come down. We can actually present lethal with the Eternal Dancers bringing back the Quinn and then the Mark of the Isles and still have enough mana for the rally. So I prefer the Gwen here, because if the opponent doesn't kill the Gwen right away, we can just go for the Warden and push the damage that way. If they have like a formula, they only have 8 mana, not 9, so they cannot go formula into another set spell. Shock Blast is scary though, right? The Shock Blast is probably the worst situation, because the Shock Blast kills the Eternal Dancer and puts the Gwen to 1. But if that's the situation, we just play the Greenfang Warden. We double what? So they just lose, right? Because we just mark the Owls the Queen. So we just mark the Owl the Queen. Actually, no, we don't even need to mark the Owls. They just lose because he's doing 2 and this is doing 3. Did they really have nothing else? Did they forget about this summoning something? Yeah, you really had nothing else aside from a slow speed spell that's not gonna save you. Okay, GG's. In this match, we're going against Tristana Noxus. We have the Foyer, which is amazing. We have the Haze Spike, which can be used to try to kill that Tristana. But I think I'm going to need a little bit more units so that I can actually... Oh, Gwen is great. Gwen is amazing. Not a lot of early units. I need early units to be able to block their aggression. But because we have the Gwen, we might be okay, because we can heal up whatever damage the opponent does here. So we can go Foyer. Oh, like imagine if we had our host right here. Opponent wouldn't be able to attack. We can go Foyer and kind of go from there. Let's see. This is rough. This is such a rough hand. This is such a rough hand. This does give me a nice blocker though, and the opponent's gonna have to like sacrifice one of the units, and then we'll have the... Well, okay, it's a rough hand until we got the Cataclysm. I think the Cataclysm makes our hand better now. Because we could potentially level up Gwen right away, and we're gonna have the Foyer plus the Gwen to be able to kind of heal everything back up. If the opponent targets the Mayor, we can just block the Mayor. If the opponent targets... They have to target the Mayor. Okay, I mean, if you want to just give me the Crimson Pigeon like that, I'm okay with that. I'm okay taking that Crimson Pigeon right now. I would like to kill that Mayor, but it's going to be rough here. We can go for Gwen, level her up. I mean, well... I don't get to level her up just yet. No, it will. I could level her up if I wanted to. I'm thinking I want to actually kill that Mayor. So that the opponent doesn't get the double discount, I might just go ahead and go for that Mayor right now. Next time we can go for the Warden. Yeah, let's prevent the opponent from getting the double discount. So we get to push 6, and then when Gwen attacks again, we get to level up the Gwen, because we'll push another... I guess it's going to be a little bit more than 6, because we'll have the Hallowed trigger happening again. At least this way the opponent is not playing like a 3-cost unit or something like that. They have to just play, you know, they don't get the double discount. They don't get the double discount, which is would have allowed them to play the Grandfather Fate plus the Outcast, right? We also should have put the Ghastly Band first. For some reason I thought the Ghastly Band was going to get buffed. It was the opposite, right? It needs to be the opposite. That's a small misplay on my part, because whatever buff the Ghastly Band gets, it will have transferred to the Gwen. So that's on me. That's fine. We could easily go... We can go Rally, which gives me the blocker here. And then keep the Warden for next turn. Or we could go Cataclysm. I think I like the Rally, because it gives me a blocker here anyways. I guess... The problem with Gwen here If we block... Yeah, no, I'm gonna go for the rally. I'm gonna go for the rally. Let myself heal back up now. Yeah, that's cool. We can block right here. And we can block this one. The reason that I'm blocking like this is because I don't want to lose to a buster shot. So by blocking the one power unit and not dying to a buster shot, Gwen is going to allow us to heal back up again. That way we go up to 9. Kind of be a little bit safe there. We can go for the Greenfang Warden, which is going to present a lot of damage. It's going to be a unit that the opponent has to block. And then we still have access to the Cataclysm. Now the opponent could have like a Pokey plus Buster Shot, and that could be annoying to kill the Gwen. That could be annoying to kill the Gwen. We have a rally here that we could actually use if we wanted to. But the opponent's going to have to block the Greenfang Warden, which is going to summon another Ghastly Band. In the meantime, the Gwen just continues to get bigger and bigger. So here we go. This is going to be a 5.
Shall we bully off?
Opponent could play the Poke Stick right now, which kills my Warden. Nope. Alright. This Gnar is going to stay alive, which could be a little bit annoying, but is that a problem? Do I want to give him the Poke Stick is the question. Do I want to give them the Poke Stick? I don't need to, right? Actually, you know, I do, because I want this. If I give them the Poke Stick, opponent could self-sacrifice their unit. My hope is that they block with Gnar, but don't block with the Grumble Slug. If they keep the Grumble Slug alive, they won't be able to self-sacrifice it. This is still already dealing 3. When the 2 Hallows, I'm gonna be able to deal. Okay, so the opponent actually just kept. I was gonna say, yeah, you always just kill that Gnar, or like at least block the Gnar. We could just go for the rally as well. It's the same thing as the Cataclysm. The only downside with the rally is the Poke Stick. Maybe the opponent actually decides to play the Poke Stick here first. Oh, they have a 0-cost Poke Stick. Alright, so the opponent decided to play the Poke Stick now. So we can just rally. We're gonna get the Hallow buff again on the Gwen, which means that we just win because of the Gwen skill. So the Gwen skill is dealing the 6 damage that we need to burn the opponent out. And that's game. We got there. We got there. Took me a few turns, but you can kind of see where the power of this deck comes in. Is that you're able to just attack over and over and over again. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Braum Zoe. It is going to be an elusive-ish deck, and Braum is going to be kind of annoying to deal with. We do have to redeem Proteges, though. And they can add up a lot. I'm going to keep both. We even have the host. Yeah, I'm going to keep both. Oh, please. If they have Zoe on 1, I get punished by not keeping the Quietus mana. I just gotta hope that they don't open. If they open, that's fine. I guess it's fine. Because I still want to go 2 and 2, right? I don't think I want to play Quietus just yet. Yeah, I don't think I want to play Quietus just yet anyways. I think I'm gonna go 2 here. If the opponent... I guess I have to play around the Super Cool Chant, so maybe we just open. Yeah, maybe we just open just to play around the Super Cool Chant. Getting a stun or Equinox, right? Force the opponent to block or either take 6. The opponent might think that we have nothing else. Yeah, okay. If they block, that's okay too, right? Troll Chant? Okay. We eat up the Troll Chant and we can still just Quietus that Zoe. Which I think is still correct. Now, I can go 2 here. Next turn I can play this, which gives me 1 spell mana. And 5 that I'm gonna get. Okay, so ignoring everything that we have, ignoring anything else that we might draw, we can play all 3 of these cards on turn 5 based on my mana count. Which is gonna be Blinding Assault and then go like that. Obviously, the Warden will have been slightly better now. So a little bit unfortunate that we ended up getting Would have been better than the Valor, but I think it's still good to do it like this. Yep, that's cool. The good thing now though is that the opponent's gonna have to have exactly the stun to really make me feel scared. Otherwise, this blinding assault is gonna be able to actually kill the Asmus for free and get ourselves another Ghostly Band. So if the opponent didn't pick the stun or an Equinox, then we're fine. Because we can pull the Asmus and then pull the Gem Crafter without putting my Prodigies in risk. Yep, and there's the stun. Now, I'm still gonna force it out of them. I guess the only downside here... So, I could go... I want to make sure that... I think I'm just gonna go like this. I want to go like this. I could just rally after. I don't know if this rally is any good. Two, four. Yeah, I don't know if this rally is any good. I guess I should have just done this beforehand. Yeah, if I had done the Phantom Bowler, I could have pushed at 3 more damage here. Okay. So now we go Warden, Phantom Butler, Rally, and we're fine. You decide to go for the Prodigy instead of the Scout. I don't think I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think I agree with that. Do we actually rally here?
Wonderful.
I think we absolutely do. Take advantage of the barrier. This lets me kill the Asmus, unless the opponent has a Pale Cascade, and I can push damage with the Warden that has barrier. So we go like this. No need to put it on the Valor, because we're killing the Warden for free. Yeah, this is a 7 attack unit, my friend. It's a 7 attack unit that you have to deal with. If they try to save this Asmus, it means that they won't have a blocker for the Phantom Butler. Like if they have a Pale Cascade, they're just gonna get punished by the Phantom Butler. Why do this? How did you beat the Phantom Butler now? You don't have a Fearsome blocker. Okay. That's how they did it. They still don't have a Fearsome blocker, right? They still don't have a Fearsome blocker. So we could technically go like this. Or we could just kill that Braum. We could just kill that Braum right now. Knowing that we have a second Warden for next turn. Because I don't want to pull this and trade the Valor for free, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and kill the Braum. Let them kill my Butler here. They have to have another freeze for this guy, which is summoning another Ghastly Band. We have 8 Hallow on the field, and we're going to have 2 Ghastly Bands that are going to attack together after... Oh, yeah, no, this is good. Especially now that we have the Gwen. This is 10 damage here. This is forcing the freeze, and there we go. That's why I really like the Warden in this deck. I think he can push a lot of pressure instead of having to just wait for Quinn on turn 5, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Zed LeBlanc. The concern here is going to be that the opponent's going to be very aggressive towards us. I wonder... The problem is that I'm attacking on 3, right? So the Green Fan Warden doesn't really make sense. If I was not attacking on 3, maybe. That way I can block their champion. Does the Quietus do anything in this matchup? Maybe. I'm going to keep the Warden. I'm going to keep the Warden because I feel like having barrier on my unit could potentially make it so that we can stop one of their attacks, right? Yep, and that's exactly why the Quietus makes sense in this matchup. I didn't realize it was going to be a Crimson Pigeon, but that's probably the best target we could have asked for. We can go 2 here and then just pass on 3. Yeah, let's just go here. That way, no matter what the opponent summons, we can always block it. We don't have to technically pass on 3 now that we drew the hose, because we can still go hose, save 2 spell mana, and have access to Warden plus Cataclysm on the next turn. So we can go here. That way we at least have a blocker for the set. If the opponent doesn't open attack, If the opponent doesn't open attack, we can play the Greenfang Warden and have access to the Cataclysm with the Warden. So the worst thing they can do here is not open. And they don't open. So they don't open attack, so now their attack is completely negated. Because otherwise they're eating up right into... Oh, wow. So I absolutely just go after the Zed, right? I think the Zed is a better target because they have the Ballista. So we go after the Zed. Okay, that was good actually. Okay, the momentous choice punished me because we don't have 2 Hallow buffs, so now we actually do get hit by both, and the Zed stays alive. Do we take the 20? I don't think we need to take the 20. I think we can just block here. We can take the 10. That was a good momentous choice, huh? So the opponent did the momentous choice because that way they were. That's why they went ahead and played the LeBlanc. So I did get kind of blown out a little bit by momentous choice, but I think that's okay. I think we'll go for the Gwen. If the opponent doesn't block here, they're taking another 5 next turn. They're gonna take another 4 next turn. This is the best time for you to block. Because I'm gonna have Scout. I'm gonna do the same thing again. You're gonna give me the Zed. Give me the Zed. Wow. Either you have a second Zed or you're comfortable that you can just do it with LeBlanc. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Quinn instead. So that way we can actually just pull the LeBlanc with the Valor, because he's gonna go up by 2 power. If you have the second momentous choice, be my guess. You have a choice of saving LeBlanc or killing Quinn. The opponent chooses to keep this alive. Question is, do I attack here? I think I do. I think I just attack and force the opponent to block. Force them to have to replay everything again next turn. We do have access to this Harrowing, potentially. I'm down to take 4. If necessary. Okay, well, I'm definitely taking the 6 then, right? Maybe they go for the mirror image? Yeah, they're gonna try to go for the mirror image. We're just gonna play the Gwen. That way we can block the Shadow Fiend. If you put the Ballista on it, it's not gonna matter. We live at 1. We live at 1 and we have to actually lose the Gwen anyways. Why not use the Pigeon? Okay, so we live at 2 then. Never mind, we live at 2. Opponent graciously gave us the 2, right? So we live at 2. We will be able to level up the Gwen because of the Cataclysm, as well as heal up a little bit here. So we can go Gwen into Cataclysm, and we're gonna heal all the way to 6. I'm kind of scared of this Cataclysm though. Yeah, we just go here. Opponent has to block. Maybe they decide not to. That doesn't work. You still... Oh! Yeah, opponent just loses the game there. Opponent loses the game. We keep the Gwen alive. We Cataclysm. We Cataclysm and it kills the Pigeon. As well as heals me 2 more. And the Gwen also levels up. Now, the opponent still has access to this Overwhelm. But I don't think I'm scared of the Overwhelm on whatever unit the opponent gets. I think I'd rather heal the 2. Unless they get like a really big unit, which they could be playing the double attack unit. They could be playing the double attack unit. Do they have... I guess no. I guess they can just play out... Is this 8? They can just play out the Nagakaneka, right? So the Nagakaneka is going to be 5. Plus 2 is going to be 7. That's still not enough. No, the opponent cannot play both Nagakaneka and the Overwhelm. So they can go like this. And then we just play Harrowing. And we'll have Gwen, Quinn. Yep, I think we just win. Yeah, we can just win here. We will also have enough mana. We will also have enough mana that even if the opponent plays Deny, we can still play the Redeemed Protege. It's not enough to win us the game, but if the opponent has Deny, that's the only thing that loses the game here. So if the opponent has Deny, that's the only thing that loses the game. We have the scouts. So we have all the scouts to get value. And we have all the Gwens that are just gonna push all the damage anyway, so GG's. If the opponent had the deny there, obviously they only had 2 cards. That would have been the only thing that would have really scared me. That was a much closer game than I thought. That's again that momentous choice that was able to save the set completely changed the game. So GG's. In this match, it's going against Lux Jayce. Okay, we have the Foyer. Eternal Dancers feels like he's gonna just lose anyways. I'm gonna only keep the host because of the chance that the opponent has the 1-drop. Opponent kept 2 cards. If the opponent has the 1-drop, I want to make sure that I have the host to block it so that the opponent doesn't get too much value out of her. Okay? I think I'm just gonna play on curve. Even if the opponent has a Mystic Shot to deal with the Protege, I think it's better to force it out. Especially since we have a second one. Doesn't have it means that we're kind of just chilling. Now the opponent could go for the Shock Blast here, and I think that's fine, right? They do the Shock Blast. All they're doing is just adding another host. Not even a Shock Blast. It's just a Badger Bear that cannot even attack because of this guy. Oh my goodness! I think this is just game. We just open attack and make it so that you don't have a good block here. If you continue to not block this Protege, I think you're going to be in trouble. I'm going to go ahead and force you to spend more to kill it. I want to push that 5 damage. I think I want to push that 5 damage because it's going to be a big deal. Oh, perfect. There you go. The opponent literally had to commit a single combat. We still keep this host alive. We still keep 4. We still push 4 here. We can go ahead and play the Quinn next turn. I don't want to play the second Protege, and I guess if the opponent has static Shock Blast, I would have been okay baiting out that Shock Blast there. If the opponent taps out of mana, we're fine, right? The bad thing is that the Shock Blast doesn't kill the Quinn either. Yeah, let's just go for Quinn. We just go for Quinn here. We can go second Valor. I like the second Valor. I like the second Valor here.
Valor, to me.
That way we have double challengers. Because one of the Valors is gonna die. Okay, opponent's gonna kill it anyways. Because one of the Valors is gonna die, we still get the value from the double like Ghastly Band, right? So here's the trick. We just go here. Let's just kill their blocker. Oh shoot! I just messed up. It's okay. We have the rally. I just messed up by not doing the scout attack, but I have the rally, so we can still come back and do the scout anyways. The opponent has to kill the Quinn. That's a big deal though. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We did mess up. We did mess up, but maybe we're so calculated because the opponent tapped out of answer, so now we can go for Quinn. We could have pushed 2 more damage. If we were gonna do the open, we could have pushed too much damage by just open attacking and everything. Which, in theory, might actually have been better to do that, anyways. But you know, it's fine. GG's. In this matchup, we're gonna against elites. If they get access to their big spells, I think that's when I become a little bit scared. As much as I like, I might have to keep the Phantom Butler just to have a good blocker. We have the Quietus for the battles, Smith, so that's not bad. So we can go host, Quietus on the Battlesmith, and be in a decent spot. If you want to block this, I'm okay with that. I'm okay stacking my Hallow, right? If I can keep them from having units on the field, that's better for us. They play that on turn 1, which is kind of crazy to me. I feel like that's never like a... I mean, like... I guess you wanted to just block it. They wanted to just block it, but I mean, it's just making my units better in the end. Battlesmith goes bye-bye. We definitely don't want to deal with the units getting bigger. So this is where the Quietus comes in clutch. So now opponent has traded 2 units. And we still have our things that are going to start coming online. They could have a second Battlesmith. And the second Battlesmith is a lot scarier than the first. No, they're just going to straight up take 4. So then we just play Gwen and then play Scout on turn 5 and we're fine. Ooh.
custom made.
What if it's actually the Foyer now? I think the Foyer is better because we can play the Quinn and get another Ghastly Band on the field.
Nothing gets between me and my
Not only that, but this Valor can kill the Battlesmith. We have 5 Hallows.
Heart and sword for Demacia.
That's a little bit annoying. So this is a little bit annoying here, just because obviously this Garen is gonna be able to kind of chump block us. I think we just go for the Battlesmith kill. We just go for the Battlesmith kill here. This is only gonna go to 5. Sharp side. My goodness. They're just going all in to keep the Battlesmith alive. I want to spread out my damage. So I want to put this... because this is always going to get blocked by the Garen. So I think we go like this.
I stand ready.
If you want to keep the Phantom Bowler alive, that's cool with me. I'm actually going to go ahead and Glimpse, just so that the opponent doesn't actually level up the Garen. And then next turn, Quinn is going to potentially level up. Allow me to pull the Garen away. Heck, we can actually level her up this turn. The Valor can kill Garen. Okay, not anymore.
We stand strong.
So the Valor cannot kill Garen anymore. But we can pull...
It's our time to shine.
I need to be careful about...
Charge!
Huh.
Fall to our standard.
I do need to be careful about something. I guess opponent got the single strike, the single combat. I need to be careful about Judgment. The Judgment is actually real. If we go Garen...
Just like hunting thresher geese.
So if we go like this... Garen levels up. We do have the Gwen spell. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose the second trigger. What if instead...
Steady aim.
Now, we always lose the second trigger, right? Yeah, I think we always lose the second trigger. I think we just go like this.
Stay on the target.
That way we have the Gwen spell to be able to kill the Garen if the opponent has access to like a Judgment, right? So the only thing that punishes me here is a second Garen. But the second Garen no longer wins in the game because we have access to Gwen Tread the Needle. Judgment is 8 mana. So Judgment is 8 mana. The only punish that is going to be single combat, which we can easily beat the single combat. Yeah, so we go like this. So if we target... So the Judgment is the only punish, right? The Judgment is the only punish. We beat the Judgment with the Gwen Tread the Needle by pulling it on the Quinn. Yep. So we put it on the Quinn to make sure that it doesn't die that we don't lose to a sharp side, and there we go. And that's game. Alright. Playing around Judgment actually paid off. We have the rally after to be able to finish. We get to see the Gwen level up and the Quinn. No, actually, no. Gwen is only the first strike. I thought we were going to see the Gwen level up. But at least we get to see the Quinn level up. And if I remember correctly, this is actually the game that takes us to Masters. It's a nice little game there. Beating elites and dodging that obvious Judgment. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Not a lot of super exciting games, but you got to see the idea with this deck, right? You're able to cataclysm, you're able to rally, you're able to just put so much pressure on the opponent. And this video and the games in this video makes me fall in love all over again with the Green Fang Warden, and kind of shows exactly why I really like this card. It just puts so much pressure because of the barrier that it has, allowing you to kind of get a lot of value from it. We did have a little bit of an oopsie there against that Zed LeBlanc deck. You know, we kind of got blown out a little bit. I want to show it. We had a couple of other small misplays where we kind of put the Gwen on the left instead of the right. But that happens. That happens. The deck is still good enough to get me to Masters, even with my misplays. So it's definitely going to be good enough to also get you to Masters, even with your misplays. Aside from that, I mean, in terms of mulligan, a lot of it is going to be depending on the matchup, but overall, you always want to look for the Opulent Foyer. And if you already have the Opulent Foyer, you can start keeping Gwen. You also want to keep the Protege. So Opulent Foyer, the Protege, and sometimes the Host are the things that I'm looking for. But for sure, you definitely want the Foyer and the Protege most out of anything else. Because if the opponent doesn't have an asset to the Protege by turn 2, you're able to kind of get multiple value out of it, which is better than nothing. Aside from that, yeah, just keep your Gwen and stack up and kind of go from there. You want to see your pursuits and your quints and your eternal dancers and also your harrowing later into the game, so no reason to keep any of those. Keep track of I guess your mana so that you can kind of come up with a strategy of how you're going to finish the game 2 turns from now, taking advantage of the fact that you can rally, you can cataclysm, and you can get a lot of value from having the sky units attack. You kind of saw me kind of doing that math in my head or kind of talking through it in some of the games that you saw today. Aside from that though, very fun deck. Recommended trying it out if you kind of like this style of mid-range, and if you love Gwen, this is a great Gwen deck. If you liked this video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.